What it do, man? It's AD, Alex Davis, faculty advisor of 88.3 WLFC here at University of Findlay. Today, as you see already gracing the camera, we have Kavonna Anderson. Yes, thank you. Round of applause.
Hello.
I pronounced your name correctly, correct?
Correct.
And I wasn't sure because you got like two personas going on. You got the Kavonna, so I wasn't really sure how I was going to introduce you. But what's the difference, real quick?
Well, Kavonna, that's my birth name.
Okay.
My mom found that name in a baby book at the library in the 90s. Doesn't mean anything, so don't ask. Literally no meaning. I might as well just make up something and just start telling people it because people ask me it all the time. They're like, beautiful name. What does it mean? I'm like, I don't know. Boss babe. I'm gonna start saying boss lady, boss babe, angel. I don't know, something. But so that's my original name. Kravon is my social media name. I actually changed it to Kavonna because people were referring to me as Kravon whenever they would meet me or in public. Like, oh, you're Kravon. I'm like, no, I'm Kavonna. So I'm like, I want people to know my real name because it is a beautiful name. And then I turned it back because I realized I gotta have that social media presence. That Kavonna Anderson, like business, behind the scenes, Kravon, social media, brand, personality, a little bit different to me.
No,
so I had to change it back.
I like it. It.
And that was my social media presence. So I'm like, let me go back to the OG Kravon and that name.
The OG.
Yeah. In high school, we had this annual juniors versus seniors powder puff football game for homecoming every year. And Kravon was my name. So I decided whenever like Instagram came about, I just decided to just name myself Kravon.
No,
that was what, 11 years ago, 10 years ago. So it just stuck ever since.
That's real. No, I mean both names is unique, right? I never heard Kavonna or Kravon, so more power to you. I feel like having multiple names. And I know fellas do this too, but I think more so women. You go out or whatever, you gotta have that fake name that you give somebody. It's like a fake number. You know what I'm saying? Like my name is Frank.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not really a Frank.
No,
I dig for sure. So you're a business owner, you own POUT Fitness, and we're going to dive into that. That's really the purpose of this interview and this conversation. But first, do you have an athletic background? What made you pursue fitness, and what made you pursue fitness as a business, as an entrepreneur?
So I do have an athletic background. I grew up playing sports. My number one sport was softball. I played travel softball. I was going to go to college and play, but then younger Kavonna decided to go to college and party instead. Don't do that, kids. Don't do that. Go play sports in college. Yeah. So I decided just to go to college and kind of try to do education and just party it up. Bad mistake. And then everyone goes through that college phase and like you're growing up, you're becoming an adult and kind of fell off, eating bad, drinking a lot.
Right.
Gained a lot of weight. Then realized one day I'm like, oh, what happened to me? This is not Kavonna. So then I went on a fitness journey, lost 30 pounds, got back into shape, got back to my athletic self. And at the time I decided that I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and I actually was pursuing a different business, a meal prep delivery company. And that didn't work out originally. And at the time I was working out so much, people would want to come to the gym with me, like females. And I'm like, oh yeah, come on, just come on. Everyone's like, come on, why don't you get paid for that? So then I was like, okay, why don't I just be a little fitness coach while I'm pursuing entrepreneurship to make extra money. Was doing that. Then I decided to do another business and try to pursue it. It was going to be an ink and aesthetics business catered to women for like permanent makeup, piercings, tattoos. I know how to tattoo. Fun fact about me. Yeah, I have a lot of tattoos. But then at the time, it kind of just like clicked in my head because all my clients and following was females. And I'm like, why don't I just make this an all-female thing? Started doing group classes, all females. And I'm like, wait, this needs to be like an actual facility that all my girls come to feel comfortable and safe. So then I started work towards creating a place for women to go. And that's how POUT Fitness came about. And it's just, I'm building on it right now. And yeah, that's kind of a little rundown of it.
No, I love it. I love to hear about the journey. What's the meaning behind POUT? Is it an acronym? Are you pouty? Were you pouty as a toddler? Like, what's POUT mean? Talk.
Everyone asks me that. They're like, what acronym? I'm like, I need to come up with one. It's not an acronym.
Okay.
So whenever I was creating my ink and aesthetics business, it was going to be called POUT Ink and Aesthetics because of the lips. POUT. Lip.
Ah, oh,
Yeah.
I'm tripping. Need
Yeah.
more coffee today. Okay, I
Yeah.
like it. I dig. Yes.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, I love this. Pouting and aesthetics. So then whenever I decided to switch over to fitness, I really couldn't think of a good name. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna change it to POUT Fitness because it sounds dope.
It sounds good for
So
real.
I just switched it over and I'm like, if I want to go back to that, I can. I'll figure out something else. But I decided just to do POUT Fitness. And then I came up with a little saying. It's, what was it? I don't say it a lot because I kind of switch them up a little bit. But at the beginning, it was, are you going to level up or are you going to pout about it?
Ooh.
I do say that. I do say that now,
Okay,
but I have some other, yeah, I have some other little sayings I say a lot. But that was my original one to kind of, people are like, what does pout even mean? I'm like, I don't know. It sounds cool. I like it.
Oh, and that's when I first saw it. I'm like, okay, that sounds dope because I never heard anything. One, I don't know business. I don't know a business with POUT, and then I definitely don't. Even I know a lot of fitness businesses and gyms and whatnot, but I don't, or even nutrition lines, but I don't know anything with POUT related. So when I saw it, I'm like, all right, cool. No, it sounds hard. So I'm a fan for sure.
Yeah.
This is your first official, like, all together business. Is that what is correct?
This is my first one that came to fruition.
Okay, right.
This is the first one. So I've tried I was working on 2 other ones before this. So this wasn't like, oh, it was a hit and now it's going to be a big thing. I was educating myself and learning how to be a businesswoman and an entrepreneur before the fitness one came about. But this one just fell into my lap by the grace of God. And it's such an amazing one. And I'm so happy it happened and the other ones didn't work out. Yes. But
there's a reason.
So it was more so it was a journey, and I'm happy that it all happened because I learned so much from not failure because I didn't fail at it. Because the end goal was to be a business owner, entrepreneur, serial business owner. But you have to learn somewhere, and I didn't go to college for business or anything like that, or no one like took me under their wing. I did ask a lot of people questions, other business owners and entrepreneurs, and they kind of like helped me.
Go ahead. You can put your hair one time. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I just like educated myself and just asked a lot of questions to other people because it's free education out there.
That's real life.
If you want to do some new things. Yeah.
Real life. So how long has, and one thing I want to say, I always look at when we talk about like, they're not failures, right? I look at the L's as lessons, right? Or they're not lost, they're lessons.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm with you on that for sure. So how long has POUT Fitness officially been in business? How long have you had the space and started working?
So February 14th actually will be the 1-year anniversary when I started it. So I started, did I do it on purpose? I wanted it to be like for the girls that didn't really have anything to do.
Okay.
It was my first official POUT Fitness group class at a facility. So I was running out a gym for $72 a month. For 8 hours to bring in groups of girls, and I would train them in there. So it was like a place like kids, like karate groups, like martial arts. It was like just a big open area. And I stumbled across that on Facebook Marketplace one morning. I'm like, oh, this place is cheap. Let me try this. So then I just started adding more slots. And then from there in March, I actually filed for an LLC for it because I was like, okay, this is actually popping off. Let me make this official. And then in June, I found my spot for the gym.
Okay.
So it like, think about it, like it happened pretty quick for me, but I was just like, bang, bang, bang. I was just hustling through it. I didn't even like think about a time frame or anything. I was just working towards something and hoping something would happen. But June is whenever I signed for my spot now and been creating it ever since. And it's still not done, but it's good enough right now.
No, for sure. You know, I always think about that. There's certain projects I feel like, and one, as individuals, we're always a work in progress. We're never finished, but like there's certain things that you're going to work on, especially businesses, and they're never going to be exactly where you want them to be at because you're always going to think of that next thing or that next approach or that next addition. But like the fact that you got to a place where you're at least content for now or satisfied with what you got right here. And we should get to that, right? We should find a place of happiness with our success. So I think that's dope, super dope. So staying along the business line, and I know you're still new to this somewhat, right? I mean, a year in the game is
not a long time.
It's not a long time, but it's also, I'm sure you've gone through a lot of experiences in the past year, right? And so in your experiences, what would be the biggest, challenge that you've come across? Biggest challenge, not even dislike, but just challenge.
I'm gonna say, I think like the biggest challenge, it has to be more it's more on a personal level, is at the beginning learning that people you think that are going to support you, they're not going to support you, and to not get upset about it. That's just how it's going to go in entrepreneurship. I remember at the beginning, I was so hurt and like I really was. Like I was so upset.
You take it personal at a certain point.
I took it so personal, but you can't. And everybody isn't going to want to be a part of your craft or your business. Some people aren't going to like it, even if like they're someone super close to you. Like fitness. Everyone isn't into fitness.
Right. No, for sure.
So why am I getting upset? People, no. Or like people reposting, like people aren't on social media all day like I am. Some people are on sometimes they might even see my post.
I'm about to say, you look at it like that because that's how you would operate though. And people.
Yes, but you can't look at it that way because you're just going to break your own heart for no reason. Because people will support in different ways, but that's probably the hardest challenge I had to face, is just to learn that's how it was. And whenever you kind of do that transition from like, okay, we're supposed to go to school, we're supposed to go to college, we're supposed to have a good job, and like certain people in your family don't support that, and they're like, what are you doing? You're stupid. You're never going to be able to do that. Like literally saying that to me. And I'm like, oh, you don't believe in me?
Right.
I believe in myself. Like I believe in myself, and you don't believe in me. I thought you loved me.
It hurts. No, but for sure. Right.
It hurts whenever it's your family saying like, what do you do? Like, you're not supposed to do that. Like what? I don't know. I just don't operate like that either. Even if someone was like, hey, like, I think I want to be a cat. I'm like, oh, you want to be a cat? You better be the best damn cat ever. Like meow.
No, right. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll support anything you want to be. I'll support you. I don't care.
As long as
if that's going to make you happy. Yeah. If you're going to be happy, I'm happy. But those were just, those are the hardest challenges, I think. And the way I think with this, I am just going. I'm not really thinking about timelines, because before I was thinking timelines of things. Now I'm just working towards things and just seeing if it, like, whenever it happens, it happens. Because as long as you keep working and never give up, shit's gonna pop off for you. So I'm not thinking of like a time frame for anything.
No, I love to hear that too. It makes me think of a quote, and he said this years ago. But Jay-Z, it was in an interview, I believe, and someone asked about, about his genius, and he's like, I'm not a genius. The only genius thing that we did was that we never gave up. And so it's really a testament to what you just said. So I'm with you. Just gotta stay on the journey for real. What is your biggest? I know this is tough, right? Because there's all type of different kind of moments. But what's your biggest or happiest moment in this process thus far?
Oh, that's so hard because it's so weird. And I've talked to like some other like entrepreneurs or business owners about this. Whenever you start doing this, you're never going to be satisfied, or you're never going to be as happy as you think you are going to be. So I was look back and like, I'm very grateful and I'm happy, but there was never a time that I was like I remember being happy, and I'm always chasing for more and more, but I need to learn how to not do that. Like it's so tough. Bad.
I don't know how we stop doing that. I don't know if we got to hit like 55 and just be still, you know what I'm saying? But like, I don't know. It's like life is like a daily grind. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's sad, but it's sad that I'm like that. I don't want to be like that. But if I have to pick, no, because that's not good. You should be happy for goals and thresholds you hit all the time. Like, okay, yeah, finally. But it's not like that. Like, people need to understand. You think like, okay, I'm gonna hit 6 figures this year. That's when everyone would be happy. You hit it, you're just like,
what's the next thing? What's the next thing?
Yeah,
so you gotta celebrate. You gotta reward yourself.
Yeah, you do have to. That's one thing. But it's just never, you're just gonna keep on more and more and more, because whenever you realize you could reach something,
right,
then you realize you can reach the next level, then you realize you can reach the next level, and then like eventually, like, when does it stop, or when are you gonna stop like reaching shit? And you know what I'm saying?
No, I feel you.
But probably whenever I got my spot, I have to say, if I have to pick something, whenever I got my location for the gym, because I was like, oh shit, how did that happen? It happened like I wasn't really looking for, I was just looking online, just like looking at stuff. I wasn't really looking for a spot, and then I found that place, and I'm like, oh, let me go look.
I did.
And then I got the place, and I was like, okay, this is lit. Let's go. Now I gotta reconstruct this whole place, redo it, make it a vibe. But I had the vibe in my head already. I knew exactly how I wanted it to be. So I'm like, as soon as I get this out, then people are gonna be like, okay, I see what you're trying to do. You can tell people about it, but people don't know until they see it.
Yes, yes. That tangible space, especially for like what you do, is low key necessary for sure. Is pink your favorite color, or did you just choose that to go with the feminine tones? Because it's a lot of pink going on and all type of those like fuchsias and whatnot.
It's my favorite color now.
Okay.
Pout pink is my favorite color now. I'm gonna rep that because that's my brand. Pout pink, that's me, that's my brand. But no, it wasn't I hated pink. I hated pink. And I was like, what am I gonna do for this place? I was just gonna make it like all black, like badass. Cause that's the vibe. It's badass in there. It's just pink, but it's badass girl stuff.
That's
but
real.
I was gonna do all black and I'm like, I can't. It's like a female only facility. I gotta make it the vibe. I want girls to come in and be like, okay, I'm working. I feel good about myself. I'm gonna take pictures in here.
Yes.
So I was like, I have to do the pink. And then I was like, yeah, I'll get pink turf too, because I don't know anybody that has pink turf.
That's probably the hardest part for real that I've seen in the pictures is the pink turf.
Yeah, I waited 3 months for that shit to come in.
It was worth it though, I'm sure.
It was, yeah, definitely worth it. I love it. But yeah, pink is my favorite color now.
I dig. No, facts. Pout pink it is for sure. I got a couple more business questions, but I also want to hit some Pittsburgh related questions as well.
Sure.
And before I get there, you hang on. I have seen that you work out in Chucks. And a lot of people work out in Chucks, so I look awkward with Chucks. Chucks don't work well on me. I'm 5'10", so like I'm gonna look like a short person in Chucks. How do you work out in Chucks? Is it comfortable?
So it's leg day. Leg day, you wear Chucks.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, whenever you're doing squats, lower body. You don't wear that whenever you're doing any cardio or running. It's because it's flat.
That makes sense. Yeah. I don't know. The Chucks is crazy. I mean, you pull it off. I'm not. That's not a critique, but I'm just like I see people do it, and I actually today I had a couple students that were going to the weight room in Chucks. I don't know how y'all do this, man. Chucks hurt my
leg day.
Leg day it is. No, say it again.
You gotta wear some thick socks in the Chucks, so they do be hurting your feet.
No, I believe it. I believe it for sure. Pittsburgh, do you put fries on your salad?
That's a Pittsburgh salad. I don't anymore because I try to be healthy, but I used to. Fries and ranch.
All right, facts. Ranch is where it's at. Ranch is where it's at. Now we talk. You just brought up another little topic. Healthy. When you say health, I mean, do you still have cheat days? Do you get?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Okay. If you were having the ultimate Boss Lady K cheat day, what are you gonna have? Are you gonna go somewhere specific, order something specific? Are you gonna make something specific? What are you going with?
If I'm having like a cheat day, I'm gonna make it. I'm going eating bad. I'm going out and eating bad. Like I love French fries. French fries with ranch, my favorite. I love me some pizza. I'll get some pizza. Ice cream. I try to cut dairy out of my diet because it's not good, but I'll get some ice, anything, chocolate, Reese cups. If I'm really eating bad, I'm gonna eat bad. Like I'm gonna eat bad.
No, okay.
But I'm like the basic cheat day person, like just like greasy foods, like even like chicken tenders, like really basic cheat meal.
You messing me up here because I haven't eaten lunch, but I shouldn't ask the question. But no, I think you got to have your comfort days, right? Like it's going to get tough eating just the ground chicken and beef all day and all stuff. So no, facts. Love to hear it though. And I think that's good for other individuals to hear as well. So back to gym related stuff. When you're in the zone and it's solo K, right? What's on your playlist? What are you listening? Who do you go to, or what do you go? If you have specific songs or you have specific artists, like I know when I go to the gym, it's Dave East, it's Nipsey Hussle. It may be a little Nippa in there. Nippa's a new artist, by the way. You might be familiar. If you're not, UK artist, check him out. He's like Brent Fires, but like upbeat and not as depressed. But what do you listen to when you go to the gym?
Okay, I listen to a lot of Meg Thee Stallion.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Love her. That's that female empowerment, bad bitch playlist. I play a lot of that in my gym for my girls. And also like my hashtag for my gym is hashtag strong girl shit. So like hot girl shit, but it's strong girl shit. So like, Meg's the boss. Love her. Definitely empowering. Also like if I'm going and I'm lifting just like by myself, I like to listen to a lot of Young Dolph.
Okay, serious.
Rest in peace.
Were you a Dolph fan prior to the passing? And I'm not trying to come at you, but like real life. Okay, because I never listened to a lot of Dolph. I respected his artistry, but I never listened to a lot. Shout out to you.
I don't know A lot of Young Dolph. I like a lot of throwbacks too, though. I listen to a lot of throwback rap, R&B, even if I'm by myself. Even R&B, even the slow jam. Just something, just some good music, good vibes. Just
Yes.
plug it in my ears and lift. Like early 2000s, 90s.
Like give me
That's just
some
like
specifics here.
every day.
You said what happened?
That's just like my everyday though.
That's real.
Like the 90s, 2000s.
No, it's different. Like that's the vibe. We don't really have a lot of that anymore. Like, and if you weren't in that era, if you weren't born in like the 90s or even like the late 90s or whatever, that's gonna be tough. So no, facts. Love to hear it. I had somebody tell me years ago they work out to R&B, and I was like, what? And then I started doing it. I'm like, oh no, this is hard, bro. What? I'm in here getting chills for the ladies on the weekend. What you mean? Come on, let's rock. So no, for sure. And we're gonna wrap this up here shortly. For sake of time, I gotta ask, or not even ask. I want to touch on that. It's a female only gym, correct?
Correct.
And I love that I love like that you took that niche, right? And I'm sure I can think of some of the reasons, right? But what are the reasons that you took that approach?
I took that approach just because in the fitness community, it is male dominant. And a lot of women are uncomfortable working out in front of men or even working out in big groups of people, social anxiety. And it's hard to really reach your fitness goals whenever you're like constantly like worried about like what other people are thinking about you or if they're looking at you, which all the time people aren't because they're in their own head. But it's better off if you feel more intimate and comfortable in a location that you really can get down and dirty and really work your ass off. Because if we're in like a facility, whatever, there's males around and I'm training women, it definitely makes a difference. It's way different from just being just us in there, and it's way more empowering.
Yes,
because they talk about like their problems. Whenever they first come into me, we have a sit down talk for like 20 minutes, and they just tell me about their lives and their self and why they want to go on a fitness journey or why they want to come in there. So it's like more personal than just even guys hitting on you and getting on your nerves. You know what I'm saying?
If you try to talk to somebody at the gym like that, if you try to talk to somebody at the gym like that, you better be like, like, I don't know, somebody famous as shit and rich as shit. Because it's not
even like that. It's just annoying.
I can definitely see how it's annoying, but it's also just not even the place, in my opinion. Like you're supposed to be there for business right now. So no, I'm with you. I love everything you
get down to business in the gym. That's what we want to just get down to business. Thanks. Yeah.
Well, no, thank you for hitting on that. One of the last things before we hit a couple quick hitters, you got the scorpion tattoo. You a Scorpio, right? You big on the Zodiac, right? So what does that represent to you? Like, are you falling like to that category to a T or what? What? How does that?
I think so.
Okay, that's real. So you read into all the signs and whatnot.
I don't read into all the signs. I just really read into mine a lot.
Okay.
And like my Scorpio horoscope. And then I have a book. It's like compatible signs. It's for like love, boss, friends. So like different signs, you can see like how people operate like in the relationship, and it really does make sense. But I really don't study other people's signs. Only if I read the book, like just to see like how the relationship is.
So if you're about to talk to a potential partner or even a friend, right? You're not looking at their sign and seeing how they compare.
I look at that book. I don't know where it's at.
Okay.
But I look at that book sometimes. I don't really study it. I just like, I don't know. I just like that I'm a Scorpio. I think it's badass. I'm like, hey, it fits me.
Oh, facts. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Okay, a couple quick hitters. Just for the people. Biggest turnoff in a potential partner.
Biggest turnoff, no ambition.
Okay.
No. Facts. I don't like that at all.
Facts. Biggest turn on.
Biggest turn on. Oh, I got a couple of those. I don't know which one to pick. They're hard. Biggest turn on. I like someone who gets attention and who's the life of the party. Not in a crazy way, but someone who's like, I like the head honcho.
Hold up. Let me stop you. Let me
head honcho in the group. That's for me.
I'm gonna stop you because I did see on the gram. Yeah, you know where I'm going. I saw on the gram. I saw the TikTok. She's like, when you realize that the one you chose is not the biggest boss in the group. I'm like, oh, this is bad. This is wrong. But I dig it. No, TikTok is booming. Shout out to that. Okay, what was the other ones?
Okay, so that, and then I like a nice smile and clean shoes.
That's real. No, no.
If he doesn't have a nice smile or clean shoes on, he doesn't take care of himself.
That's real.
Ladies.
That's real. I like it. No, you talking that talk. I dig. What's one thing that people don't know? And when I say the people that maybe you talk to on a daily, well, I guess they would know. But what's one thing that you don't put out on social media that you haven't yet that people don't know about Kavonna? And it doesn't have to be serious. Yeah, it doesn't have to be serious. It could be whatever. Something unique that you haven't put out there that people wouldn't know yet.
I probably have like a bunch of those. Let me think for a second. Shit.
Take your time.
Something that people wouldn't know. Damn, I don't know. I feel like I have like a lot of good ones, but I can't think of it. Give me an example. Let me it'll like jog.
Like I find, oh man, I don't know. I mean, right? I asked you the question that I don't have an example of myself, right? and you put me on the spot. Role reversal. I really.
Okay, wait.
Okay,
okay,
I got you.
Okay, I have a.
Oh, you got one?
Go. What were you gonna say?
I mean, this is not me, by the way, but the example is a
Okay.
good example. The example that came to mind was I secretly like popping pimples. People like popping zits and stuff like that, but they wouldn't tell somebody that. Oh yeah, I'll pop your pimple. I'm not that person. So I'll just an example. All right, mind you. All right, what's yours?
Something like a weird one. I got a weird one.
I guess that is weird. Yeah.
I got a weird ass one for you guys. My right foot, I injured it 2 years ago, and the doctors never fixed it for me. It's bigger than my left foot. It's always swollen.
I'm not laughing.
It's always swollen now.
So do you have to get different size shoes for each foot?
No, I just squeeze my foot in there. I gotta go back to the orthopedic though, because it hurts all the time. But yeah, my right foot's bigger than my left foot. Let me think of another like weird fact. Guilty pleasure. I like baked cheese curls.
Ooh.
Like I really like them. Like they're fire.
Okay.
That's good.
I like that.
Uh-huh.
Random question. You like, if you had to choose between fries, onion rings, and tater tots, where you going with? Mind you, it's a lot of different fries. You going fries? You said you like fries. So I figured. Okay, that's real.
Yeah.
That's real.
Potato eater. I'm trying to think of anything else like super weird about me. I don't know.
I dig though. We'll learn more. We'll learn more following.
Definitely weird. I'm definitely weird. People don't think I'm nicer. Okay, I'm nicer than people think. People think I'm mean, maybe because I just have like the RBF to me. You know
why people think you're mean? I'll give you the RBF. You a waffle color sister, right?
Yeah.
It's a yellow thing. It's a yellow woman thing. You get the RBF and you get the yellow woman thing. You get the, oh, she's uppity. That's what it's right. Don't get me wrong. I do the same thing when I right, but it's people prejudge. It's wrong. It's wrong.
Yeah. People think I'm mean, and I'm weird.
Oh, and weird is great, right? No, facts.
Yeah, I'm just weird.
You're a little mean too. That's not wrong.
I like to laugh a lot. So we're always cracking jokes over here. If you can't handle it, you can't hang out with me.
People
get upset.
People get very sensitive. Who's your biggest lookalike?
Yeah. My biggest lookalike. So I've gotten.
Yeah.
Recently I've been getting Karuchi. I got that a couple times in my DMs. I don't know. I don't really think I look like anybody. I got Karuchi a couple times. I used to get Kim K. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just the black hair.
Yeah, it's gotta be the straight black hair. Cause I didn't think about it until we just popped on the Zoom. I'm not gonna lie, but I saw it a little bit and I was mad because I'm not like a huge. But I'm not a huge Kim K person. So I'm like, crap.
Yeah, but
yeah.
Who do you think I look like?
I'm not like this. I'm just like staring at you. Sorry, but no, I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, Kavonna. I don't know. I just look like Kavonna. Yeah.
Kavonna, you feel me? You feel me? Kim K or Kanye?
Do I have to pick one?
You gotta pick one. Come on. You're not picking genders. You're not picking sexes here. You just picking.
I know. Kim K.
I dig.
They're both smart, but genius.
Genius.
People talk shit about her. Genius.
No, you gotta respect Kim. If you don't even like Kim K, one, you gotta respect her business savvy, and then you gotta respect for what she's done for a person of color. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not that I want to like put her on a pedestal, but like
but people hate on that. But she's still doing something good for people.
Something positive.
She doesn't have to.
Right. And whether it's because of her connections or the color of her skin, I don't care. She's doing it. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with it. I respect it. And I'm not picking one, by the way, either. I just made you pick one. So thank you. I appreciate it. Cool. So what do you got coming up POUT Fitness wise? What can we look forward to coming up soon or in the future down the line?
So coming up soon for POUT Fitness, I am going to be having an event at South Hills Village Mall in Pittsburgh. I'm going to be having it at the Fabletics store. I'm collabing with them. It's going to be, I don't have an official date, but it's going to be end of March, early April. I'm going to create an event page, an Eventbrite. Everyone purchase your tickets. We're going to do a little pre-sale. You get a little POUT Fitness merch for the pre-sale. There's going to be mimosas there. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be the fitness instructor. I want to take over that damn mall. That's what I want to do. We're in the store, but we're going to take it outside of the store if I have enough ticket sales, she said. And I'm like, what? I'm definitely taking it outside of the store. Let's go. Let's go. I want to be all up in that mall. So that's coming up. And then grand opening for POUT Fitness will be this spring as well. That I didn't release the official date yet, but that's going to be in the springtime. So everything will be up and running officially. I'm excited for that. There's just still a lot to do that I didn't even think about at the beginning.
It's a lot to do.
I didn't think about it.
You never gonna stop thinking about stuff to do, like we said. No, well, facts. No, we all look forward to that. Congratulations to you. I got last question for you. My son's name is Miles. He's gonna be 3 in a couple weeks, and so I ask everybody this question now. When he watches this interview in 5, 10, 15 years, whatever, and when he's grown, what is one piece of advice you can give to him? And this goes across to everybody, but I'm using him as a basis, obviously. What is one piece of advice you can give to a young individual coming up in society, coming up in this world? What would you say from Kavonna's perspective? What would you have wanted to hear?
So a piece of advice that I wish I had whenever I was younger is that don't take any advice from someone who hasn't done what you want to do. Do not listen to them. Do not.
Yes.
Because they don't know. They might be trying to help you, but they really don't know what they're talking about. You need to find somebody that did something similar or that tried something similar. And even if they failed, you take their advice because they know what they're talking about. Never listen to somebody that never did what you're trying to do. And another thing, never give up. Never give up. That is so important. You've got to keep going because it's inevitable. If you keep going, something will pop off for you.
Yes. I love it. Oh, you're the truth for that. You're the truth for that, by the way. That's a personal question. And then where can the people follow you at that don't already follow you?
You can follow me on Instagram at Kravon, Krayvon. You can follow me on TikTok, The Real Kravon, and my business page at POUT Fitness across the board for everything. POUT Fitness.
There it is.
Show me some love.
Come on.
Support me.
Double tap, follow, share, repost. Facts.
Yep.
Facts.
Yep.
You won't take it personal if you don't. Maybe just a little, because I feel you. No, I'm talking shit. Well, Kavonna, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. I look forward to seeing you succeed and grow and expand and hopefully find some moments of satisfaction and celebration. I'm
gonna do that February 14th, I think. I'm gonna do something. I don't know what.
Factual.
Yeah.
Well, there it is. Thank you. And follower. There it is.